Hi there everybody, it's Sarah Gray from Socially Shared and I'm delighted to welcome this week's guest. She is a whole health expert, a real food, nutrition and lifestyle coach, nutritional chef, BHMA and Real Food Campaign UK ambassador, public health collaboration ambassador, author and speaker, and I'm told a brilliant table dancer. So it is the lovely Izabella Natrins. Hi there, Izabella.
Hello, hi Sarah. Thank you for inviting me on.
Oh, you're welcome.
How I've come to where I am is actually from my own health issues. I've been in the health space for around 30 years doing quite a lot of stuff. I started off many years ago as a nurse. I then went on to do a degree in psychology, which I found to be fascinating, and I then was a health research psychologist at the medical school at Birmingham, and then seduced back into the NHS as a programme manager on clinical programmes, and finished up my real job, which was a management consultant in organisational development and management development. Because I'd had enough. And I decided to go to Ballymaloe Cookery School in Ireland. Darina Allen was one of the biggest influences in the world on thousands of people's lives, the people that she trains there at the school. I came back with a passion for real food, for understanding where it comes from, how it's grown, the way that it can bring communities together, which I saw firsthand in Ireland, which I'd not experienced since I'd grown up. As a child, it was like that. Now it's so different. But at the same time, I'd got a health issue. I'd got psoriatic arthritis, which isn't nice. And I was struggling to walk, and my quality of life was basically down the pan. And because I wanted to help myself not have to take really life-changing medication from which there was no return, I found food as medicine through the Weston A. Price Foundation, which is an American nutrition and research foundation.
Right.
And through that set me on a course for further training. So I trained as a digestive health practitioner, a lifestyle medicine practitioner, a health coach, and had to write and speak about it. So
yes.
Yeah. Problem is, of course, getting trustworthy information.
That's right, yeah.
In these days of money does speak, money talks, and of course a lot of information is not independent. It's biased, or it's got vested interest behind it. So I feel for people who are struggling to find the right information, and really that's why I started my coaching practice, to help women at midlife and beyond to create better health through making food and lifestyle changes, and by coaching them through making changes to their diet, to their daily movement, to sleep, to different ways of managing stress that are easy and you can build into your daily routine. More important than ever, through making reconnection, and reconnection is at every level. Reconnection to yourself, reconnection to your family and your friends and your community. Scientifically, we know that we're all interconnected. We're connected with the planet, we're connected with life.
Absolutely.
And we've lost that focus on it, and many people now are just feeling like they're like a rudderless ship, really bouncing about, feeling rubbish, and thinking, how do we get back to a life that we feel inside that we're missing? And I think it has to be done holistically with the whole thing. Movement is very, very powerful, and I teach it in my model. It doesn't mean flogging yourself at the gym. Moving your body in nature and being aware of that, aware of where you are, being in and amongst trees for the microbes. So it's those sorts of things that are easy everyday lifestyle changes, and the food changes are not a special diet.
Yeah.
It's the kind of traditional diet that if you just start with that, then you can improve your health. And then for people with specific health conditions, need a much more personalised approach, which you know why I've done all this training. But there is no one diet. So I would strongly encourage anybody who's listening to this, who is has been seduced by the latest diet, you know, that is going to cure them of everything. It won't work if you don't change your lifestyle and if you don't eat real food. But you know, if you do nothing else, start with food. Everything, when you get those quick wins from changing what you eat, it's so encouraging to say, right, I'm now going to start taking a walk every day at lunchtime, or I'm going to go to bed an hour earlier. I do a call to just see where you're at and whether in fact we are a good fit. If I can't help you, and sometimes I can't, I then can suggest people that I know that are in my network. I have a number of different coaching programs, which are called Femergy at 40, and then nutrition and lifestyle coaching. And as I say, no one size fits all. So sure. I've tried to create them so that they can accommodate people that are coming to me with different issues or different starting points. Let's say. Not everybody needs a 9-month program. I've just created what I've called a resilient weight loss program. Which is all about starting with weight loss, not from the point of view of losing weight, but from the point of view of finding your meaning and purpose, and working towards that meaning and purpose with every aspect of your body. And I've got to say here, the weight will come last, and it will come off quicker than a quick thing. Oh, wow. If you start with weight, then that is going to be the most important thing. And what you'll be losing very often is muscle, which is terribly important as we reach, well, for everybody at any age, but certainly when we get to midlife and beyond, certainly for women. Not enough protein and low muscle mass is a bad thing. So I've turned it on its head. Well, it came out of the British Holistic Medical Association's portfolio, and the BHMA are a holistic health association, and they've been around for 30 years. Wow. But they've kept themselves well hidden. But now that the world has moved on and we all see that the scientific evidence base for holism and for connection, they've got the courage to come out of the closet, so to speak. So I see a big future for the BHMA. It's about real food and what real food means, and a definition of real food, because actually nobody's given one because they're all too frightened of it. So we said, right, we're going to give people a definition of real food, and it's going to be inclusive, but it will be real and nourishing, and good for the planet and for people. And you know that I wrote a book.
I do, and I was going to ask you about that next. I can't close up without talking about it.
I've republished it and updated it, and I've dedicated it to the work of the Real Food Campaign.
Oh, how lovely!
Because the campaign is self-funded. It's supported by all the participants that have given their time and their effort and their contribution.
Well, just hold your book up again, would you? Because you just gave it a quick flick there. So, the Real Food Solution.
And if anybody's bought the original book, Once Upon a Cook, you don't need to buy this. I have updated some of the information. I've added a little bit here and there and I've really brought out the impact of the way we produce food on climate change and on our planet.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Thank you.